What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today we're going to be doing a camera comparison between the new LG V40 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. So this should be really interesting because the LG V40 has that kind of dream triple camera system that everybody's been asking for, with a regular, a telephoto, and a wide angle, which is really cool, while the Samsung keeps it classic with the dual camera system. So we'll see how these perform. So let me know which one that you think sounds best with audio pickup and which one that you think looks better with stabilization here, and how the dynamic range and colors look. So what I'm going to do today is just go out and see how these two perform, how they stack up in every lighting condition, and you let me know which one that you like best. Let's do this. Before we get started, just like all of my other camera comparisons, all of these pictures were taken in full auto mode. I feel like this represents the average consumer best. Of course, there are extensive pro modes on both of these cameras, so if you have the time to tweak to get the best photo, you can, but these images are straight out of the camera, no edits in any way. Auto HDR with scene detection was left enabled because that's on by default on the Note 9, and AI camera is a separate toggle on the V40, so I didn't use it to take all of the pictures, but I did take a few shots with the AI camera to compare, and in some instances it does improve the picture, so I'll give you my recommendations on that later on. After looking at over 100 images side by side, here are a few things that I noticed. We'll start with the daytime photos, and I think we can all agree that almost every flagship phone takes great daytime pictures. But the V40 still has this over sharpening that you see in their other cameras, and to some you might think the picture looks sharper, but when you punch in you will see the image degrade, and for some it will be a preference thing, but for people that are into photography this could be a big turnoff. When it comes to color, they are both very nice, but in general, it looks like the LG V40 is giving off the more saturated and punchy colors. So if you're into that, then you will favor the V40, where I feel like the Samsung is landing in the middle with more natural colors. When it comes to dynamic range, they do go back and forth, but for the most part, the Note 9 has better exposure and dynamic range. You can see it here in the clouds, there is less clipping. Take a look at the shot of the drink and the windows behind it. I thought the Note 9 did a better job here, and even indoors, these lights on the ceiling are better exposed by the Note 9. Now, this wasn't in all cases. I've had the V40 do better, like here in this coffee shop. Take a look at the windows, and even while I was picking up the drink, the overall DR is better here on this LG shot. So it does go back and forth, but when it comes to consistency, I'll say the Note 9 takes the win here. The HDR processing is more aggressive on the V40, where the shadow detail is boosted heavily, and in some shots this can give the V40 a better looking shot, but in most shots it gives it a very hyper saturated and unrealistic look. But truthfully speaking, I was very pleasantly surprised to see how close some of these pictures are side by side. This is the best camera LG has put forth so far. I'm really digging the improvements in dynamic range, especially over the G7, and improvements in contrast in trickier shots. Sometimes the AI camera does give you a more contrasted shot, especially here on this flower, but a lot of times that's at the sacrifice of even more saturated colors and crushing the blacks, so it's not for me, but later in low light shots, it can make a difference. When it comes to the overall daytime shots, I'm going to give a slight edge to the Note 9 here. I think it does a better job all around most of the time with more natural colors and a better balance of contrast. The V40 does have a neat mode called triple shot, where it can take 3 photos from all of the cameras at the same time, and even gives you a neat little video from it. But at this time I feel the lag isn't worth it, and all 3 shots usually have a different exposure because of the different specifications on different lenses, and a lot of times my third shot just came out blurry. The most useful feature for me is still the wide angle. I love this, and sometimes nothing just beats a wider field of view, and the barrel distortion here is very good on this version, so I hope to see more wide angle cameras come to smartphones because it's awesome. When it comes to the front-facing camera, the V40 has a dual camera system, and I find that it helps especially with the edge detection with portrait mode shots. I also love how you can change the depth of field on the front-facing camera shots after taking them. I see much less skin smoothing on the V40 shots, and I would say that it also has better skin tones with less red on the skin, but let me know what you think. The rear portrait mode I like on the V40 because I have a larger range when it comes to distance. I don't have to be super close to trigger this mode, and I don't get a crop when I switch, so I really like that. Now, they both have issues with edge detection, but let me know which one that you think looks better, because honestly they do go back and forth. but I really like how fast the V40 is in terms of portrait mode itself, and the background blurring looks fantastic. They can both shoot 4K video up to 60 frames per second, and they both look great, but the colors are different, and here I prefer the look of the V40 with the warmer tones and more cinematic background separation. But in a lot of instances, the colors are hyper saturated and can be unpleasant looking because the V40 shoots HDR video in BT 2020 color space. So if you look at it on an HDR compatible monitor or even on the display of the V40, it looks fantastic. But when you take it off and you're looking at a non-HDR capable display, it can mess up the colors and look unpleasant. So just be aware of that. I do love the Cine video mode option on the V40. This is straight out of the camera with the summer blockbuster LUT applied. I think it really gives a great cinematic look with zero effort. This was all handheld. They both have optical image stabilization in the main camera. The wide angle lens on the V40 uses electronic stabilization if you were wondering, and they both do a good job of stabilizing, but I'm sorry LG fans, if you look closely, that jelly wobble effect is still there, which is unfortunate, and I hope they can fix this in a future software update. Slow motion up to 240 frames per second is available on both phones in 1080p, but the Note 9 does have that 960 frames per second super slow motion in 720p. Not the greatest looking video, but it's an awesome feature to have. At dusk, they were very close. Some shots on the Note 9 expose better, especially in the foreground with better balance all across, but I think the V40 in some shots really gave the right balance of saturation and sharpness. These are some epic shots of the Epcot ball, and I don't think you can hate on either of these phones here, so let me know which one that you think looks better. They both look really great. Let's get to everyone's favorite subject, which is low light performance, and since they both have f1.5 apertures on the main lens, I was really curious to see how they would stack up, and surprisingly the V40 holds up very well in this side-by-side comparison. The biggest differences I notice is that the V40 tends to land a lot cooler on white balance, and sometimes that can give the V40 a more pleasing look, but for the majority of the pictures, I think the Note 9 has the more balanced shot with better contrast, saturation, and overall exposure. I can't stress enough that these two are closer than I thought they would be, so let me know what you think. But the over sharpening on the V40 sometimes can make the image look unrealistic even at night, but sometimes it can give an edge where it just looks sharper all around. But once again, I think the Note's images look sharper because of that right balance. The texture on this dragon looks awesome on the Note 9. It's really going to come down to preference on some shots, but the colors are more accurate on the Note 9, even on the 2x shots. Once in a while, the V40 will bounce back and pull out the win, so it does go back and forth, but let me give you a tip. In low light, I really like the AI mode. When I was taking pictures of the Epcot ball at night, I noticed how flat the V40 camera was in comparison to the Note 9, but if you enable AI camera here, you do get a much better picture, so I recommend AI for low light images if you feel like that you aren't getting the colors that you want out of the V40. The noise reduction, especially in super low light conditions, is better on the Note 9, and while they're both noisy on this video, the Note 9 does do a better job. And if you look at the shot, they both look extremely similar, but if you punch in 400%, which I know not a lot of you will do, but you can see more noise on the V40's image. You can also see it here in the sky on this dinosaur shot. Even though the dinosaur itself looks sharper, the noise level is much higher. While the V40 is much improved, I'm going to have to give the edge to the Note 9 here. It is more consistent overall. I like the colors off the video too in lower light conditions, and most of the time I usually prefer the cooler tones even at night because I think it balances out the white balance better. But in this instance, I think the V40 lands too cool and gives you an inaccurate representation of what you are seeing, but it's all preference here when it comes to color and temperature. So let me know which one that you think did a better job. Keep it classy in the comments and be nice to each other. It's only a phone, but I think the big thing to carry away from here is that LG has come a long way and is improving and stacks up very well even against one of the best, the Note 9. I honestly thought it would be a blowout, but we have to give it to the winner, the Galaxy Note 9. Subscribe for more camera comparisons like this. Check out some of my other ones if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one.